Well, I thought maybe we'd kick off with a nice, simple one. Just throwing this out there. Who is your favorite Marvel Captain America character and why?
Well,
Rich?
it's MODOK. Mechanism. Absolutely, MODOK. Massive head, tiny body, just wants to kill everything. He's the ultimate in Jack Kirby creations. He looks so perfect on the screen, the big face, the tiny body, and now he's currently signed a deal with S.H.I.E.L.D. to create science for them, and that's even better. Now he's on the same side as Captain America, and this is something that cannot be. MODOK, I adore MODOK. Jack Kirby's greatest creation.
I'm going to go along the similar route, but I'm going to pick Baron Zemo, especially with the Winter Soldier coming out. There is no Winter Soldier without Baron Zemo. If he hadn't if he hadn't put Bucky and Cap on that experimental airplane, it wouldn't have led to the events that not only created Captain America in the modern age, but also Bucky's disappearance and then reemergence later as the Winter Soldier. So I'm going to go with Baron Zemo.
I got to go with Widow.
Okay.
Black Widow is my pick. I strictly for the comics and Captain America based, it's probably Sharon Carter, but like if I get to pick Widow, then I'm definitely going with her. Because she's got the history, she's got the versatility, she's got she was introduced as a villain obviously, but has gotten to do tons more since then. She's connected to Captain America and Bucky and pretty much everyone else, but without that ever compromising what a badass character she is.
I'm on the dark side. That would have to be Johann Schmidt, known as the supervillain of Captain America, the Red Skull. He's a militaristic genius intellect. He has the same superpower strength of that of the Captain America. And if you ask me, the fight in Captain America, the first movie, I think the Red Skull completely won. With the exception of him being sucked into an alternate dimension of one of the 9 realms.
Now, I'm with Amy. I love characters that are very questionable and characters that have a good redemption arc. So I'm going to go with the Winter Soldier, mostly because I love Bucky. He's such an underutilized character, I feel like, up until recently. And the fact that they were able to take him and make him the new Captain America in the comics after Cap was assassinated, it was such a cool way to see him transform from this, Cap's kind of sidekick to this villain, this assassin, and then all of a sudden he's Captain America again. And to be tried for his war crimes, too. That was, even though he ultimately got off, it was cool to see him having to answer for what he did during his time as an assassin.
And we can all agree that should never have worked, right? The creation of the Winter Soldier, we're like, how did you pull that off? That's so good.
Well, that's the weird thing about the Black Widow is didn't you work alongside him and you didn't want to bring up the fact that there was this Russian operative who was similar but running around, metal arm? You didn't want to bring that up the entire time. Okay.
She's got a lot of memories in there. There's just a lot.
She's struggling.
A lot of past lives going on. She can't really keep
I'm a
it
ballerina.
on.
No, I'm an assassin. I'm a ballerina. I'm an assassin. I'm an assassin. I'm a ballerina.
Listen, if Black Widow was thrown off every time there was a man with a metal arm in the Marvel Universe, she wouldn't get anything done. Let's be real.
What do you think are going to be, some great scenes or some great interaction you're really kind of relishing seeing on the big screen?
Well, Neil's already seen it, haven't you, Neil?
Yeah, I
Spoil
was
us.
lucky
Come on,
enough
spoil
to
us.
have... I was lucky enough to have seen the movie
everything.
last week.
I'm word.
And I'm not going to give anything away because there are some really amazing parts for anyone who's a fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but there were literally 2 parts of the movie where I screeched in the middle of the theater, and the guy in front of me thought that I had seen a rat or something because he got up and started bolting, and I was like, no, I'm just really excited. But they make some really good references to things that are going to be coming along the line in the next few years in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, so... And they are if you're a hardcore Marvel fan, these are things that will send you over the edge.
So, Neil, you're all about the Easter eggs, aren't you?
I
You're
am.
an Easter egg man. Absolutely.
Would you say it's actually a more accurate, the most accurate Marvel film in terms of comics so far that you've seen?
I think that's maybe why I liked it so much. It was just it very much held onto the source material and just didn't let it go.
Okay, that makes me excited then.
It expands the Marvel
Really
universe.
excited.
Yeah. If it can be as twist and turny as Ed Brubaker's scripts, then I'm happy. That's what I'm excited for the most, probably the espionage aspect of it all.
Oh, there's a lot of espionaging going on.
How do you see the Marvel Universe expanding over the next few months, the next couple of years? Mm-hmm. What would you love to see? What do you predict we're gonna see happen?
Marvel Civil War, so by
Yep.
by Captain America 3 or maybe the third Avengers movie. I mean, we already have reference of Ultron. Ultron's going to be in. We don't even know if he's going to be in number 2 or not. I would assume it would be like in the third film of Captain America 3 or the third Avengers film. But I think we're going to have Thanos. We're going to have Ultron. It's going to turn. I hope it turns into the Marvel Civil War because that would be incredible. To set up.
I'm not ready for the Civil War yet. I want to enjoy good guys being good for a little while longer before we get to Civil War. Like,
I know this is Marvel. The good guys are bad. The bad guys are good. Everyone kind of switches sides. That's what's fun about it.
Like you said, Amy, it's a big gray area.
That's very MODOK of
People
you.
are switching sides all the time in the Marvel universe.
Well, also remember, it's not just the films now. The TV shows are starting to kick in. I mean, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has started to jump into all the Thor territory, and now a bunch of new TV shows being filmed in New York. The more kind of ground level superheroes, that's going to definitely flesh it out, which means something like Civil War would work better once you had all these characters set up first, and then it can be the whole who's on whose side.
This is my sidekick, but he's French, so I don't know how he fits in with the Captain America discussion, but...
That's Rock, the puppy dog.
Which character do you think he would really like to play in Marvel's Captain America, the Winter Soldier?
I haven't seen the movie yet, but if there's one that sleeps, farts, and snores a lot, then that is definitely the character.
Kevin Feige.
Amazing. So give me your brilliant plot, give me a scene, give me what you'd love to see in a third movie.
I'd like to keep going. I'd like them to do the death of Captain America. Take a second.
That's what I was thinking the same thing. That'd be so true, because you have all these films that are leading up to this, you know? And if people don't know that storyline, it could be devastating to people.
Yeah.
Right.
And very, very sad, especially Captain America is one of my favorite characters, so.
Marvel needs a good death that's going to stick. Because as of right now, nobody major has died in the movies. Granted, they killed off Coulson, but they brought him back, so a major player needs to be taken out in order for this universe to keep going. Not saying that they can't bring him back, because...
Yeah, why are you trying to break my heart?
Death comic.
I'm of the opinion that I'm like Rich. I want to see the good villains, and not necessarily MODOK, but...
MODOK!
You know, the argument is always that the argument has been that Marvel's biggest villain is Loki, and it's always Loki and Loki. But I just want stronger villains. I want a wider variety of villains. They've got the Punisher, so it'd be cool to see the Punisher, another street level bad guy who's also a good guy, can play both sides. I'd love to see his kind of idealism go up against Captain America's idealism. I always thought that he was a good foil for both Cap and Daredevil. I think. The whole the social order works, and then the Punisher being like, no, it doesn't. We got to put a bullet in their head.
I want to see the Punisher up against Rocket Raccoon. I mean, those are two worlds.
I want to see anyone up against Rocket Raccoon. Are you kidding?
They would be racking up the body count. They would just be. It would be like a video game to them.
Absolutely.
And then you throw Deadpool in the mix.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's just it's the screen, and then there's just blood coming up.
Yeah.
In 3D.